Okay, folks, so welcome to the very special webinar where I'm going to show you some price action strategies and how to automate your trading, day trading and swing trading using the new day trading superbot and swingbot EA system. Okay, so in this training, I'm going to go over 3 or 4 different methods on how to actually use the system. Okay, from pivot point method to the first one we're going to go through, which is the price zone untested day trading method. Okay, so just give it a few minutes and let everyone log on. Just let me know you can hear me okay, and I will get the screen set up. So the first thing I'm going to do for anyone who's new there is to show you how to actually load the indicators onto the chart, indicators and EA onto the chart. So I'll just share my screen, and there we go. So just let me know you can see the screen okay. We will get into things. Okay, so in your account, you'll be able to download the indicators onto your desktop. Okay, so you'll just download your indicators onto your desktop, save them onto your desktop. You will go File, you'll go to Open Data Folder, and you'll simply locate the indicators and EAs on the chart, and you'll on your desktop, you'll right click and you'll select Copy, and you'll head back over to your MQL4 when you've opened data folder. Select there and go to indicate experts for the EA and right click and paste in there. And for your indicators, you will go to select indicators and right click and paste in there. Okay, so was that self-explanatory? Just let me know if that's okay. Yeah, all good. Okay. So the first method we're going to look at is using the price zone indicator and the EA. Okay, so the price zone indicator, FXS, Price Pro. Okay, this is the one you want to have loaded onto your chart. Okay, so just pay close attention to the settings that I'm using here. Okay, so use bands will have that false. Use bands 2 will have that false also. Alert arrows enabled will have that false also. And alert bands enabled also false. Okay, so zone strength. Okay, solid zones is the one we want to be looking at. Okay, so solid retouch, no. Recolor retouch, no. Recolor weak, no. And we want zone strength, okay? Also true for no weak zones. And draw price edge, we want that as true. Okay, so super simple there. Okay, everything else you leave. Now I color code mine for SUP strong. I'll have that at red, and color demand strong, I'll have that at green, dark green or green. Okay, and you can see automatically what comes up here is the strongest zones that we want to be trading at. Okay, so this method, kind of day trading, you want to be trading these areas here. Okay, the untested areas. Okay, the stronger ones are the daily. Okay, also you want to save this template. Okay, you've loaded the EA onto the chart. You'll right click and you'll save template. Okay, so select save template and just say day trade or automated strat 1. Okay, and what you want to be doing, you want to be looking for daily zones. untested, which is here, and 4 zones also inside those. Okay, and at the minute, where you want to be trading on the pound here is this dark green area on the daily chart at 128, 130 is where you'd want to buy. Okay, and possibly be able to sell at 129, 300, but your stop loss will have to be above the zone here. I'll have to be above here. Okay, but this 2 zones here. Stronger zones are the daily ones. So for this trade, I would look to trade around the daily. Okay, and what you'll simply do is you'll zoom in, and you're going to draw your line at the top of the zone here. Okay, this is where you want to be entering the market. Okay, so what you have to do is program the EA to take the trade there. Okay, so the EA, just let me know that you're following okay in the chat here. Okay, just let me know. Yeah, all good, all good. Okay, so we'll go to right click and we'll go to expert advisors, and we're going to set our trade size. Okay, so lot size, say 0.1, it's a small account, 0.1. Now take profit, and okay, so we're going to measure our stop loss here. So this is where we're looking to enter the signals around this line here. Okay, 128, 130. Stop losses we want to put under the zone, about 20 or 30 pips under it. Okay, so that's, we'll measure from there to the box. You have 40 pips, so set 45 pips. So we'll say about 70 pips. Okay, so 70 pip stop loss, and we will have take profit opposing zone. So 2 to 1, say 140 pip take profit. Okay, so we'll just right click. We'll go to expert advisors, and we'll program that in. Okay, so 140 and 70. Now, re-entry divergence, no. You close it up as divergence. Now, this is a setting where it'll just basically close on an opposite signal going in the opposite direction. So we're buying here. So the next signal in the opposite direction will actually close the trade. So at the minute we want that at false. So just have our take profit and stop loss. Max orders is 1. Okay, and we've identified our long trade. We'll just select this as long, so only long, and max order is 1. Now our threshold on this, so it'll start looking for a signal. We'll say around 15 pips. When you're looking at a daily zone, around 15 pips for the line. Now these settings here are for the time frames you want to look for signals on. So this is the daily zone. I'm looking to take signals on a 1 minute or a 1 hour, a 30 minute, and a 15-minute chart. Okay, so basically true, true, and true. Make sure everything allow live trading's on, and just copy this. Have a look at those inputs. Lot size here, trade size, and everything here. Okay. Now, if it comes up trading not allowed, it just means you haven't switched this auto trading on. Okay, so you switch that on, and you've got the smiley face. Okay, and that will only start looking for signals at that line here. But what we have to do for it to do that is simply, you'll see here in the EA that support and resistant lines, you've got to put the prefix in on the line. Okay, so this is obviously the bottom support, so we need to put SUP in here. And what we'll do, we'll right click on the line. First you'll have a double click. Make sure you have those 2 dots at the end there. You'll right click, you go to horizontal lines, and you will enter SUP in the name, SUP in the name, or in the description. Okay, and hit select OK. That means that everything's programmed. You don't have to sit and wait for the signal to happen. On this asset, the minute price goes there and you get the special price action signal, it will enter the market whether you're at the screen or not. Okay, and with this, you'll already know by going through the coaching program that you can identify trading zones manually. Okay, you should know that already. And you can see one manual trading zone is here. Okay, what we class as a trading zone is an area of swing high, and it's popped all the way down and created a new swing low. Okay, this is a sort of a rangy area, and prices just bounce between the range, and you also have another trading zone there. Okay, and what you can simply do here again, say you don't want to be sitting at the trading screen all week, you've identified your trading areas, you'll simply go here, you'll draw your line, and you'll draw your line here also. Okay, and this would be your resistance area where you'll be looking to sell the market, and this will be your second support. Okay, so you'll go here. Now we want to. You'll go here. You'll right click. You'll go to horizontal lines. You'll put in support 0, 0, 2, or so you can either do 0, 2 or just 2 support 2. Okay, we'll put in 0, 2 support 0, 0, 2. Okay, that means it will start looking for signals down at this area again. Okay, preferably if you know me going through the course, this one will get some sort of reaction, but I like to trade the strongest zones. This will be my strongest trading zone down here. Okay, so we can just put in 0, 1, 0, 1, and 0 with support there. Okay, and this one's going to be RES for resistance. RES. Okay, resistance. You'll find it's about 130 pip stop loss. Take profit. You could target that opposing zone 500. Okay, and similar story. So you want to be selling here and buying here. So you'll just have those both programmed in to the EA properties here. Okay, we'll just change that stop loss because these are bigger zones. We'll just change that to 120. Okay, and take profit is going to be around 400 pips. Okay, we'll do common long and short. Okay, and that means automatically when price hits here and hits here, it's just going to take a signal. So whatever one it goes to first, it's going to take the signal. It's fully automated. Okay, you should be knowing going through the training. You know how to identify these areas here and these areas here. Okay, this was a pause in the market and it caused a new high, so it's a good area to be buying from. This here, you had a swing high, a pause in the market, and a new swing low. So this is a good area. You can see the momentum dropping down here. Just let me know you're following this also. You can see the market dropping down here. A lot of selling pressure here, so this is a good area to sell from in the future. So we want to be buying here and selling here. Okay, like I said, you will get some sort of reaction here, but these are the strongest zones down here, and you'll simply just let that run. You just let it run. Okay, it's fully automated now. You don't need to be at the market to look for trading signals. You don't need to. It's loaded. That's it. Each asset should take you a few minutes to do. We'll look at another one. We'll look at the next, say the British pound. Delete. What we'll do, we'll load our template. We'll go to template, and what was the template? automated strat 1. Okay, similar story. We're looking areas to be buying and selling from. Okay, so straight away the buying area pops out at me on the British pound Aussie. So can anyone point that out? Let's have a look at the chat. Yes, John. Yeah. 86.3. Yes. So 86.3 would be the area you want to be programming the EA to buy at. We're just going to look across here, current price, and you can see that you've had a huge drop at this red area here. A lot of selling pressure there. So the minute I'll be only looking to buy this, if you look at the 4-hour chart, see if there's anything on the 4-hour chart. And you can see another buying area, a nice buying area there. This actually caused this last high on the 4-hour chart. So this would be actually a nicer area to buy at. See this 4-hour zone here caused this swing high here, and this would be a nice area to buy at. So what I'm going to do is simply, I'd want to put my stop loss under here, under this kind of zone here, maybe 20, 30 pips under, say 30 pips under this 89. So we'll just measure that from this line. So around 80 pips, okay? And what I would like to target here is a new high. So target 94.5. Okay, so you're entering at 89.5. So you got about a 500 pip loss, take profit there. So we will go to expert advisors, we'll go to properties, and we'll just pop that in there. So we'll say 400. Stop loss was, we'll say 100 because we've got a 4-to-1 risk reward there. Pretty easy. We'll have both these at false. Max trades, one we've only spotted buy trade here at the minute where we want to be buying. Okay, we'll hit 1. And the buffer again, 15 pips. Time frames for this again, 4-hour daily. We'll want to be taking trades on signals on a 1 hour, 30-minute, and a 15-minute. Okay, and that's it. Super simple to set up again, and then double click on the line, we'll right click, horizontal, RES. Okay, sorry, not RES, that's SUP for the bottom lines, SUP and SUP. Okay, we've got the smiley face. What will happen is you don't need to be at the screen anymore. It will simply, as soon as it is approaching this within 15 pips of this trading area, it will start looking for signals and it'll take the first price action signal that happens there. Okay, does that make sense? Yep, so that's the closest. Yep, yep. Again, we'll look at another one. We'll go to British pound CAD here. We'll just go to strat, automated strat 1. I'll flick through the lines here. Okay, we'll go to the daily chart. Our longer term trading, you can go through the trading and you can do this for the longer term. But a lot of people here want to be day trading. So straight away, the areas that pop out, we'll zoom in and you can see this area, it's 174.3. Probably start trading around looking for signals around 174 there, just as it's approaching the zone. We'll look to sell there. And again, you've got this area at 169.04 where you'd look to buy. Okay, and stop loss take profit is going to be under the zone. So say around 100 pips there. And it's going to be a similar story for this, 100 pips. Okay, yep, 120 pips there. So you probably do 120 pips here. What's the take profit? So if this was coming down here first, the first trade is going to go to, I'm looking at the target up here. So again, buy here, and you're going to take the profit up around this line here. So say around 174 and buying around 169. So it's a possible 500 pip either way. Okay, so it's in between the zone. If you're selling here, you're going to be taking your profit here. Okay, so we'll do our properties. We'll do our take profit. This is the most complicated one. That's why I'm doing it first. There's a couple of other methods you can do. It's super, super simple for day trading and weekly trading. And after this one, we'll go into that a little bit more. Okay, but this here's where you're going to get the big moves. That's why I'm showing this first. So say 500 and stop loss. We'll do about 120 pip stop loss. And this one is false. This one is false. But if you go through the training, price action secret training, the videos, the webinars I've done, you'll see that this is the best method, and you can hold on to the trades longer. Well, you just simply have to set up like this. It takes 5 minutes, a couple of minutes through each asset, and you just leave it and let it running. So max orders is 2, and say a 15-minute buffer. Make sure the time frame only current is false. 1 hour is true. 30-minute is true, and 15-minute is true. Okay, long and short, yes, allow live trading, and that's it. Okay, you don't need to do anything else. You just let the market, well, what we have to do here is put these in, sorry. So we've got to do RES for the top line, RES, and the bottom line, we have to do SUP for support. And that's it. 2 minutes per asset. Just locate the zones. When you go through the training, you'll know that. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the Skype grid. But you just locate the zones, use the indicator to locate the zones. And as you get more skillful, you'll be able to locate them hidden zones yourself, like these ones down here. Okay, this caused this. This will be another buying opportunity in the future. Also this is your main one at the minute you want to be trading from. Okay, so I hope this method makes sense. So the second method we're going to look at now, just let me know that made sense first in the chat. Yep, all good, all good. So this next method we're going to look at is the pivot point method. So there's 2 ways we can do this. We can do the daily pivots and the weekly pivots. Okay, so the weekly pivots will be weekly trades, whereas what I mean by weekly trades is we'll simply set the EA to trade only at the pivots on the daily, and the weekly. Okay, for day trading, we'll trade the daily pivots, and we'll make sure that every trade that's played is closed on the same day. Okay, and every weekly pivot trade is closed at the end of the week. Okay, so first thing we'll look at is daily pivots. Okay, so your broker, if you're with IC Markets, you'll be able to download the IC Markets pivots, or you can just go anywhere online and you'll be able to get a free daily pivot point indicator. I've done the weekly pivot point indicator for you. It's free with this, so you'll be able to download that onto your charts. The minute we're only looking to trade daily pivots, okay, and we'll just remove price pro indicator and the rectangle reader indicator. The object list, and okay, so you can see the daily pivots here are marked automatically. Okay, Now, the pivot points we don't trade, we pay close attention. We do not trade R1 and we do not trade S1. Okay? We're looking to take trades at the extreme of the pivots. And the stop losses are going to be underneath the pivots. So if you're trading the S2, stop loss is going to be underneath the pivot. And you're going to target the opposing pivot. Okay, so if you take it S2, you're going to be targeting R2 or R1. And similar with S3, you're going to be targeting R2 or R3. Okay, so S2, R1 or R2, S3 is R2 or R3. And this is a super simple method. Super simple. All we're doing is this. Okay? We're only entering looking for sell signals at R2 and buy signals at S2 and sell signals at R3 and sell signals at S3. Okay, so it's the start of the day. We don't know where price is going, but we know that these pivots are likely to get reactions in the market. So we do. And this is what we're looking to trade in this area here. Okay, so I'm just going to label these lines. Bottom line is SUP. SUP. Okay. The S3 line is going to be SUP01. SUP01. Okay. Top lines. R2 is going to be horizontal. It's going to be RES01. Or sorry, not RES01, just RES. RES. And R3 is going to be RES01. RES01. Do not take these lines to the charts. Just simply leave it like that. Okay. Okay, so the signal might not happen at R2. It might happen up at R3. So what we have to do is measure from R2 to about 20 pips above R3. So it's a 70 pip stop loss. It should be similar for down here. And 70 pips. So 70 pips either way. Okay. And our take profit. Say around 150, 140 pips in the same way. Okay, so we'll just program it into the EA. Okay, we'll go to the EA. We'll go long and short, max trades 2, and take profit is 140, and stop loss is 70. Again, we're looking to trade the 1 hour, 30 minute, and 15 minutes. Okay, and we're going to change this threshold to 10. Okay, so we'll start looking for signals on approach to 10 pips to the R2. And that's it. You leave these lines on, but for this method, you do not leave trades open overnight. So you'll just have to do this in the morning for each asset. Like I said, it doesn't take long. And come back at the end of the day and close all the trades. Yeah, a lot of time it'll hit its target, but you'll want to close the trades every day, and you start every day fresh trading this method. Okay, so we'll just go like this, templates, save template, and we'll do automated strat. Automated strat 2. Again, you don't delete the lines, you make sure they're on. 02, sorry, 0, star ES, that is. RES. And well, let's look at another one. Show how easy it's set up. Universal. Okay, and this is one here straight away. Probably again. This is already dropped down to S2 today. Sorry, not R1. And R3. So stop loss is going to be about 40 pips. Take profit at 80 pips. So we'll just do 2 to 1. But again, all these trades will be closed at the end of the day. And again, 40 pips. So 80 and 40. Well, at least a 2 to 1. Sometimes it's because day trading can be 1 to 1. And again, similar story. All these at so 333. 10, yeah. Label the lines. It's going to be RES, RES. This one's going to be RES 01, RES 01. SEP 02, SEP 02. RES 02, 02, RES 02, RES 03, SEP 03, SEP 03. Okay. I might run this call, I might actually get a signal here on the lower time frames. So we'll pay close attention to see if it'll actually take a signal for us live here on the Aussie Kiwi. Okay, so we'll just wait to see what happens. If the diversion signal happens, 1 hour, 30 minute, and 15 minute, we'll run the call. Let's see. Okay, so that's super simple. It will only look to trade here, the extremes of the pivots, here and here. Okay, but again, you need to come back at the end of the trading day when you're trading this daily pivot method and simply close all the trades. And again, do the same process over and over again every single day. And you'll start to see really, really great results. Okay, so again, every single day, it'll probably take you an hour to go through all the assets for this, but it's super simple. Once you get into the flow of doing it, it gets a lot quicker. Okay, so the next method is going to be, we're going to be looking at weekly pivots. And this is the one I like the best because this saves a lot of work. Okay, you'll simply be doing when you go into your charts on a Monday, you will simply be, we'll load the weekly pivot indicator on here. Okay, and I'm just going to clear all the objects, everything else. Why I like this is the best method. Okay, so we just do it on a Monday and we come back on a Friday and see what trades have happened. We do this for every asset, okay? See what trades have been executed for the week. Okay, so it's a similar story. We're only looking to take signals at the extremes. The best ones and that worked over time is R2. Okay, selling at R2 and buying at S2. Okay, and you can also have it S3. But 90% of the time, the market will turn at R2 and S2. So what you'll simply do, now you'll have to work out a good stop loss. It comes here, take profit, either target S1 or the weekly pivot. Okay, I'll probably target S1. If you look at the weekly pivot, so we'll measure to the weekly pivot, it's 2.4. So say 250 pips, and you want a stop loss, you want your stop loss at least half that, so around 120 pips. Okay. S2 to here, a similar story, 250 pips to the weekly pivot, stop loss, half that again. Okay, so we go to expert advisors, you go to properties, and you'll program this in. Okay, so we'll say 250 pips, we'll say a stop loss 120. Okay, and lot size 0.1, bring else false, classic, close it opposite, have that false. Max trade is going to be 2. Okay, so the first one is going to go to this week, so the first one it goes to, that's it. You don't know where it's going on a Monday, but you know that these are the extremes. These are the best areas to be selling the market with this method. So I sell here and buy here. Okay, and also for this, we're going to look for the 15-minute, the 30-minute, and the 1 hour, and also the 4 hour in around these weekly pivot areas. Okay, take this indicator off. Take this one off also. GP, SUP, RES, RES. Okay. So that's the EA loaded, locked and loaded. Just make sure you've got the common and long and short is on. Okay. That's simply what you do on a Monday morning. Every single asset, you just do that. Okay. You measure the distance between S2 and the weekly pivot or R1. Okay, whatever you want to go further, the R1. Your stop loss is going to be, it has to be a minimum of half that. Okay, so no more above half your, so say it was 100 pips from S2, it's going to be 50 pip stop loss. Okay, so this here has to be at least 2 to 1. And we want max stop loss no bigger than 120 pips. Okay, so if it's 300 pip take profit, the max stop loss you can put in there is 120 pips. So it is. And you come on Monday morning and you simply do this for every single currency pair you're looking at. Okay, we'll save this template. Again, automated strat 3. Okay, and we'll do another one. Bitcoin USD Swiss franc. Okay, let's load the weekly pivots onto the charts. Okay, again, you want to be selling at R2. Again, we just don't sell randomly. That's why we load the EA onto the charts. So it takes high probability signals that are going to happen when it's coming up to this area. The signal might happen above it. That's even better. But the high probability signals that this is the extremes of the market we're looking to buy and sell at. We need to load the EA also. Okay, let's have that onto the chart. Okay, so similar story. We'll measure to pivot. You see it's 60 pips, so we'll say 90 pips to R1. So again, 45 pip stop loss. Okay, max. And let's see R2 do the same. Yeah, similar story. 90 pips again. So see, it'll work. So it always works out a half. So from either way. Okay, so it's really good. So we'll go to properties, long and short inputs. Just let me know you're getting this, by the way. I'm not talking too fast and getting ahead of myself. This one's my favorite method. It's super simple, and it's the easiest way to automate all your trading on a weekly basis. Yeah, all good. And don't be afraid to ask me questions. Like, okay, so we'll do 90 and 45. Okay, again, have these false, max orders 2. True, 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 and also the 4R true. Long and short, live trading, and that's it. Okay, it's green light, and just go on. So you do. On to your next asset, make sure the smiley face. Okay, I know it's Monday, but you come back on a Friday evening before the markets close, and you will see the trades that have happened across the 28, 30 assets you've gone through, or any could be a stock or anything you've gone through. But this is a super simple automated method. We'll just make sure we put the SUP in here. SUP, SUP. RES and RES. Yeah, it's super simple, and you'll just move on to the next asset. Okay, you program in the stop loss and a take profit. The reason this is stop loss and take profit's not as big in this one is USD Swiss franc is a kind of slow moving. The daily range, it's not really that big at the minute on it. Okay, the weekly pivots are my favorite. It's my favorite method. We spend an hour on a Monday morning doing the trades and come back on a Friday and close the trades. The daily pivot ones requires a little bit more work. It requires you to do a little bit setup, 30 minutes every day. And the first strategy, again, that's where you eventually want to evolve to by going through the price action secret coaching webinar recordings. That's where you want to be achieving, because that's the more skillful trader, and you'll actually get a lot more trades that way. The simple methods, the weekly pivots is where I'd start, and the daily pivots if you want to be day trading, or the weekly swing method here. Okay, the weekly swing, you close all your trades on a Friday, and the daily one, you close all your trades on the same day. Okay, the reason we have the take profit and stop loss, just in case the market crashes or something in that day, or rallies up to your take profit very quickly. Okay, but no matter where it is on at the end of the day, you close your trades. You do not leave them open. When you're trading the daily pivot method, you do not leave them open on that day. The weekly pivot, you close all your trades at the end of the week and start fresh the next week. Okay, does that all make sense? yes, you can have on as many accounts as you want. I would recommend using a VPS. Yep. Again, it's super simple, the settings. You just R2, you measure to your weekly pivot or S1 and enter in whatever the take profit pips is, and your stop loss is going to be a max of half that. So like usually all the time it's going to be half that. But say it's 300 pips, the max stop loss you can have is 120 pips. Okay, that's you don't want your stop loss to be too big. Okay, so I know you guys are in the coaching program, and I'm actually going to use this webinar just to educate other people. So if you haven't got the system yet, uh, this is I think there's 12 hours left after this recording for the Cyber Monday to actually access the method plus all the cool bonuses. After that, it's only going to be available to my private coaching students. So if you want to learn how to automate your day trading and weekly swing trading and using these kind of methods, also if you're a more experienced trader and you see the value in adding this to your own method to automate it, you've got 12 hours to access this cool method. So click the link below. If you have any questions, get in contact with me at will@fxace.com. And I hope you really enjoyed this webinar. And yeah, 12 hours, access the method, the systems. The three cool strategies there. You've got 12 hours worth of, well, over 12 hours worth of webinar recordings that my clients paid thousands of dollars for. The guys on the call here paid thousands of dollars for. You're getting it as a cool bonus. All the recordings as a cool bonus thrown into this method, but only for the next 12 hours. Okay, so hope it helps. Looking forward to seeing you inside the program. And yeah, click the link below, hit buy now, and have a great day. I'm going to stop the webinar now.